Assalamualaikum to all of you. I hope you will be safe and sound. Today we are going to start New Oxford Modern English Book 2. And now come to the page number 45. Today we are going to start unit number 6 and the title of the unit is Careful Hands. Careful Hands. First of all, we have some words to know, and the first word is cottage. Cottage, a small house in the country. A small house in the country. Cottage means a very simple and small sized house. मतलब झूंपड़ी. Second word is dragged. Dragged, carried something by pulling it along the ground slowly. Carried something by pulling it along the ground slowly. Dragged means pulled something or someone roughly or forcefully. Pulled something or someone roughly or forcefully. मतलब घसीटा. Next word is Germany. Germany, a country in Europe. A country in Europe. So Germany is the name of a European country. Germany यूरोप के एक मुल्क का नाम है. Next word is hay. Hay, grass or other plants that are cut, dried and then fed to animals. Grass or other plants that are cut, dried and then fed to animals. It simply means dried grass. Dried grass मतलब सूखी घास. Next word is nibbled. Nibbled, to eat something in very small bites. To eat something in very small bites. It means to bite something gently. To bite something gently मतलब बहुत छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में काट कर खाना. Next word is spend. Spend, to pass time. To pass time. You can say that to use time doing something or being somewhere. To use time doing something or being somewhere. मतलब गुजारना. Next word is stuffed. Stuffed, packed, made something full by packing. Packed, made something full by packing. Or it means filled or packed with something. Filled or packed with something. मतलब किसी चीज़ से ढका या भरा होना. And the last word is wrapped. Wrapped, to put paper or cloth around something. To put paper or cloth around something. Or you can say that covered with paper or other material. Covered with paper or other material. मतलब किसी चीज़ या कपड़े में लिपटा होना. Now let's start the reading and explanation of this chapter. Once there was a little boy called Hans. He lived with his mother near a great forest in Germany. His grandmother lived not far away in a small cottage. One day, his mother said, Hans, I am going to the market. You can spend the day with your grandmother. Hans went along the dusty path through the forest. He played in his grandmother's garden all day. Cottage means a very small house. मतलब झूंपड़ी. Actually, this story is about a little boy whose name was Hans, who was not careful at all. He lived in Germany with his parents. His grandmother also lived near his house. One day, when his mother was going to the market, she sent him to his grandmother's house. Hans went to his grandmother's house and spent the whole day. ये कहानी एक हैंस नामी बच्चे के बारे में है जो जर्मनी में अपने वालिदैन के साथ रहता था। उसकी दादी का घर भी उसके घर के करीब ही था। एक दिन हैंस की मदर मार्केट जाते हुए हैंस को अपनी दादी के घर भेजती हैं। Let's come to the next paragraph and see what happened next. In the afternoon, his grandmother said, Hans, take this needle to your mother. Look after it carefully. On the way home, a hay cart passed Hans. Hans put the needle in the hay and walked behind the cart. When it was time to return back to his house, his grandmother gave him a very small needle and said, Look after it carefully and give it to your mother. Hans took the needle and started walking. Just then a cart full of hay passed by him. सारा दिन अपनी ग्रैंडमदर के घर एंजॉय करने के बाद हंस की ग्रैंडमदर उसे एक नीडल यानी सुई देती हैं और साथ में ये कहती हैं कि ये अपनी मदर को दे देना और बहुत एहतियात से ले जाना। फिर जब हंस अपने घर के लिए निकल जाता है तो रास्ते में उसके पास से सूखी घास का ठेला गुजरता है, जैसे कि आप पिक्चर में देख सकते हैं, और हंस नीडल यानी सुई को इसमें डाल देता है। Now come to the page number 46. When he reached home, he could not find the needle. You are a foolish boy, Hans, said his mother. Put a needle in your sleeve like this, not in the hay. फिर जब हंस अपने घर पहुंचता है तो उसे नीडल नहीं मिलती। फिर उसकी मदर उसे डांटती हैं और उसे बताती हैं कि आपको नीडल हे में नहीं बल्कि स्लीव में डालनी चाहिए थी। The next week, Hans went to his grandmother's house again. He played the whole day, and later his grandmother said, Hans, please take the spoon to your mother. Hans started off for home. He remembered his mother's words. He put the spoon carefully inside his sleeve. When he reached home, the spoon was not there. It had fallen out on his way home. Oh, foolish boy, said his mother, you should have put it in your pocket. Now come to the explanation of this paragraph. The next week, Hans again went to his grandmother's house. His grandmother gave him a spoon for his mother. Hans remembered his mother's advice. He put the spoon in his sleeve. By the time when he reached home, the spoon was no more in his sleeve. It had fallen out on the road. Then his mother said, You are a foolish boy. It should be kept in your pocket, not sleeves. अगले हफ्ते हैंस दोबारा से अपनी ग्रैंडमदर के घर जाता है तो वापसी पर घर जाते हुए उसकी ग्रैंडमदर उसे एक स्पून देती हैं और कहती हैं कि ये घर जाकर अपनी मदर को दे देना। हैंस को अपनी मदर के पिछले हफ्ते वाली बातें याद आती हैं और वो याद करते हुए स्पून को अपने स्लीव में डाल देता है। जब वो अपनी स्लीव में डाल देता है तो रास्ते में ही कहीं स्पून गिर जाता है। जब हैंस घर आता है और उसके पास स्पून नहीं होता तो उसकी मदर उसको फिर से डांटती हैं और उसे कहती हैं कि तुम्हें जो स्पून था उसको स्लीव में नहीं बल्कि अपने पॉकेट में रखना चाहिए था। The next week, Hans played with a little puppy at his grandmother's house. In the afternoon, he said, Granny, can I take this puppy home? Yes, but look after it carefully, said his grandmother. Hans stuffed the puppy into his pocket. When he took the puppy out at home, it did not move. Oh no, what have you done? Cried his mother. I put it in my pocket like you told me to, said Hans. After a few seconds, the puppy opened eyes. You are foolish, Hans, said his mother. You should have pulled it along with a string. Next week, Hans again went to his grandmother's house And at that time there was a puppy in his grandmother's house. Hans played with the puppy whole day. When it was time to go back to his house, he asked from his grandmother that, "Can I take this puppy home?" The grandmother agreed, and Hans remembered his mother's words. He put the puppy inside his pocket. But when he reached home, he took up the puppy from his pocket. The puppy did not move. His mother got angry and said, "You are a very foolish boy. You should have tied the puppy with a string to got it home." Hans again became sad. अगले हफ्ते हैंस दोबारा से अपनी ग्रैंडमदर के घर गया और सारा दिन वहाँ एक पपी के साथ खेलता रहा। जब वो वापस घर आने लगा तो उसने अपनी ग्रैंडमदर से पूछा कि क्या वो इस पपी को अपने साथ घर लेके जा सकता है। तो उसकी ग्रैंडमदर ने कहा कि आप लेके जाओ, लेकिन इसका ख्याल रखना। फिर हैंस को अपनी मदर की पिछले वीक वाली बात याद आई और उसने पपी को अपने पॉकेट में डाल दिया। जब वो वापस घर आया तो पपी आंखें नहीं खोल रहा हो, बल्कि उसकी सांस ही नहीं आती क्योंकि पॉकेट में उसका दम घुट जाता है। थोड़ी देर के बाद जब उसने अपनी आंखें खोली तो हैंस की मदर को बहुत गुस्सा आया और उन्होंने हैंस से कहा कि तुम्हें इसे रस्सी के साथ बांध कर लाना चाहिए था। The next week, Hans took the puppy to his grandmother's house. After tea, his grandmother gave him a piece of meat. Puppy means a little or young dog. And the explanation of this paragraph is, the next week Hans again went to his grandmother's house with the puppy, and this time his grandmother gave him a piece of meat. अगले हफ्ते हंस एक दफ़ा फिर अपनी ग्रैंडमदर के घर पपी को लेकर गया और इस दफ़ा उसकी ग्रैंडमदर ने उसे एक गोश्त का टुकड़ा दिया। Now come to the page number 47. Here is a question in the side box. Was Hans' mother right to call him foolish? Why? And the answer of this question is yes, she was right, because he was not able to follow the instructions according to the situation. Now come to the paragraph. Hans tied the meat with a string and dragged it along behind him. The puppy followed Hans, nibbling the meat. When Hans got home, he had no meat. You should have put it in a piece of paper and put the packet on your head, said his mother. Dragged means carried something by pulling it along the ground slowly, मतलब घसीटना. And nibbling means eating something in very small bites. Eating something in very small bites, मतलब छोटे छोटे टुकड़े करके चबाना. Now come to the explanation. When his grandmother gave him a chunk of meat, then Hans again remembered his mother's advice. He tied the chunk of meat with a string and dragged it to his house. On the way, the puppy started nibbling the meat, and by the time when Hans reached home, there was no meat left. His mother said, "You are a foolish boy. You could have kept the meat on your head and got it home." Hans again became very sad. जब हैंस की ग्रैंडमदर ने उसे एक गोश्त का टुकड़ा दिया तो हैंस को अपनी मदर की बात याद आई और वो उस गोश्त के टुकड़े को रस्सी के साथ बांधकर घसीटकर घर लाने लगा तो अचानक से पपी आकर सारा गोश्त का टुकड़ा खा गया और जब हैंस घर पहुंचा तो कोई गोश्त का टुकड़ा उसके पास नहीं था। तो हैंस की मदर फिर से बहुत गुस्सा हुई और उसे बोला कि तुम बहुत ही बेवकूफ़ लड़के हो, तुम्हें इस गोश्त के टुकड़े को एक पेपर में लपेटकर अपने सर पर रख कर लाना चाहिए था। The next week, Hans' grandmother gave him some butter. Hans wrapped the butter in some paper and put the packet on his head. When he reached home, his mother looked at him and cried out, "What is all that yellow stuff on your head and back? The butter had melted in the sun. You are a foolish boy," said his mother. And the explanation of this last paragraph is, next week Hans again went to his grandmother's house. He again played the whole day, and when he was about to leave his grandmother's house, his grandmother gave him a piece of butter. It was a sunny day, and Hans put the butter on his head because he remembered his mother's advice and started walking towards his house. When Hans reached home, his mother was surprised to see him. Whole butter melted on his head and his both shoulders. His mother shouted, "What is that yellow stuff all around your face and body? You are actually a foolish boy." Foolish means not very clever, बेवकूफ़। अगले हफ्ते जब हंस दोबारा से अपनी ग्रैंडमदर के घर गया तो इस दफ़ा उसकी ग्रैंडमदर ने उसे बटर यानी मक्खन दिया। फिर हंस ने अपनी मदर की बात को याद रखते हुए उस बटर को एक पेपर में डाला और अपने सर पर रख दिया। बहुत गर्म मौसम होने की वजह से सारा बटर उसके सर पे और बॉडी पे फैल गया। जब वो घर पहुंचा तो उसकी मदर उसे देखकर हैरान रह गई और उसे फिर से बहुत डांटा और बोला कि तुम वाकई में बहुत ही बेवकूफ़ लड़की हो। Now we came to the end of the reading of the story of Careful Hans, who actually was not careful at all. Now come to the page number 48. Next, exercises A comprehensions. Answer the following questions. Question number 1 is, where did grandmother live? And the answer of this question is, the grandmother lived in a small cottage near a great forest in Germany. Question number 2, where did Hans put the needle? Why was this foolish? And the answer is, Hans put the needle in the hay. It was foolish because it would be difficult to find. Question number 3, where did Hans put the spoon? Why was this a bad idea? And the answer of this question is, Hans put the spoon inside the sleeve. It was a bad idea because the spoon would fall out. And question number 4 is, where did Hans put the puppy? Why was this wrong? And the answer is, Hans put the puppy into his pocket. The puppy would not have enough room to move or even breathe. Question number 5, what happened to the meat? And the answer is, the meat was eaten by the puppy. And the last question is, what happened to the butter? And the answer is, the butter melted in the sun. Part 2, match the following. Now we have to match these words with their appropriate meaning. Number 1, foolish. Foolish means बेवकूफ़. And we have to match this word with not very clever. Foolish, not very clever. Second is spoon. And we have to match this word with used when we eat something. मतलब जब हम कुछ खाते हैं तो spoon use करते हैं. Next word is grandmother. Grandmother means नानी या दादी. So we will match this word with the mother of your father or mother. Next, sleeve, and we will have to match this word with part of a garment. Part of a garment. And sleeve means asteen. And the second last word is hay. Hay. मतलब सूखी घास. And we have to match this word with dried grass. Hay means dried grass. And the last word is needle. Needle. And we have to match this word with has one eye. Needle means sui. Part B, working with words. Fill in the blanks in the following sentences using prepositions. So what are prepositions? Prepositions actually show positions in a sentence. For example, in, on, after, behind, inside, etc. तो prepositions हम position को show करने के लिए use करते हैं. Position यानी जगह को. Now let's start. We have to add prepositions in these sentences. Look dash it carefully and it will become look after it carefully. Number B, it had fallen dash his way home. Out on is a preposition and it will be added with this sentence. It had fallen out on his way home. Number 3, has put the spoon carefully dash his sleeve. So we will add inside in this sentence and it will become has put the spoon carefully inside his sleeve. Now come to the page number 49. Here again we will add some prepositions in these sentences. He lived with his mother dash a great forest. So we will add near in this sentence and it will become he lived with his mother near a great forest. Number 5, has walked dash the cart. It will become has walked behind the cart. All these words are prepositions and these prepositions show positions in these sentences. Part 2. Complete these sentences in your own words. Now you have to complete these sentences in your own words. And here I have completed these sentences for you. Let's read. Number 1. In the afternoon, after tea, has dash. And it will become in the afternoon, after tea, has went home. Second is has dragged the meat dash. And it will become has dragged the meat along the road. And the last sentence is has stuffed dash. And the complete sentence will be has stuffed the puppy into his pocket. Next, part C, learning about language. Compound words. Sometimes in English, we join two nouns and make a new one. So what are compound words? Compound words are actually combination of two different words. Compound words में actually हम दो different words को मिलाकर एक नया word बनाते हैं. For example, pen plus knife is equal to pen knife. पेन और नाइफ दो अलग अलग वर्ड्स हैं और जब हम इन दोनों को एक साथ मिलाएंगे यानी ज्वाइन करेंगे तो पेन नाइफ बनेगा जो एक नया वर्ड है. Number 1. Can you make 4 new nouns from these words? Now we have to make 4 new nouns by joining the given words. And the words are cup, strap, watch, shelf, door, board, book, bell. इनमें से दो दो वर्ड्स को हम कंबाइन करके एक न्यू नाउन बनाएंगे. Now let's start. First of all, we have these two different words, cup and board. When we will join these words with each other and then it will become a new compound word and that is cupboard. Cupboard. Cup और board दोनों different words हैं. जब हमने इन दोनों को join किया तो ये एक नया noun बन गया जो है cupboard. जब भी हम कंपाउंड वर्ड्स को लिखते हैं यानी दो डिफरेंट वर्ड्स को मिलाकर एक नया वर्ड बनाते हैं तो हम उसको विदाउट एनी गैप या डैशेस के बगैर लिखते हैं हमेशा. नेक्स्ट, डोर, बेल. डोर, बेल, these are two different words and now we will combine these two words and make a new one and it will become doorbell. Doorbell. हमारे पास डोर एंड बेल दो डिफरेंट वर्ड्स थे. जब हमने इन्हें कंबाइन किया तो हमारे पास एक न्यू नाउन आ गया जैसे कि डोर बेल. नेक्स्ट, वॉच एंड स्ट्रैप. दीज आर टू डिफरेंट वर्ड्स एंड वी विल कंबाइन दीज वर्ड्स टू मेक अ न्यू वन एंड इट विल बिकम वॉच स्ट्रैप, वॉच स्ट्रैप। अब वॉच और स्ट्रैप हमारे पास टू डिफरेंट वर्ड्स हैं। जब हम इसे कंबाइन करेंगे तो एक न्यू वर्ड बन जाएगा, दैट इज वॉच स्ट्रैप। नाउ इन द लास्ट वी हैव टू डिफरेंट वर्ड्स, बुक एंड शेल्फ, book and shelf. When we will join these two words, then it will become bookshelf, bookshelf. Book और shelf भी दो different nouns हैं। जब हमने इन्हें combine किया तो एक नया word बन गया bookshelf. Finally, you can see here compound words cup plus board is equal to cupboard. Door plus bell is equal to doorbell. Watch plus strap is equal to watch strap. Book plus shelf is equal to bookshelf. जैसा कि आपने देखा, हमने दो डिफरेंट वर्ड्स को मिलाकर एक एक न्यू वर्ड बनाया। Part 3, add a, an or the to the following. A, an and the are actually articles. Here we will see how to use articles a, an and the. First of all, we have a. A is used in front of singular countable nouns, a person, animal or thing which are not specific. We don't use a before uncountable or plural nouns. If a noun starts with a consonant sound, for example B, C, D, F, etc., a comes before the nouns. For example, a dog, a chicken, a boy, a teacher, a girl, etc. आ हम हमेशा उन चीज़ों के साथ यूज़ करते हैं जिन्हें हम काउंट कर सकते हैं, जो काउंटेबल होती हैं और जो सिंगुलर होती हैं। हम कभी भी अनकाउंटेबल नाउन्स या प्लूरल के साथ अ यूज़ नहीं करते। और अ हमेशा हम कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड्स के साथ, यानी कि जो वोवल लेटर्स के अलावा साउंड्स होती हैं उनके साथ यूज़ करते हैं। और वोवल लेटर्स कौन से होते हैं? ए, ई, आई, ओ, यू। We don't use an before uncountable or plural nouns. If the noun starts with a vowel sound a, e, I, o, u, an comes before the noun. an हम हमेशा सिंगुलर काउंटेबल नाउन्स के साथ यूज़ करते हैं जिन्हें हम काउंट कर सकते हैं, और एन हमेशा हम वोवल साउंड यानी ए, ई, आई, ओ, यू की साउंड से पहले यूज़ करेंगे। एंड द लास्ट आर्टिकल इज द। वी यूज़ द इन फ्रंट ऑफ ऑल नाउन्स। इट डज नॉट मैटर वेदर द नाउन्स आर सिंगुलर, प्लूरल, countable or uncountable, to describe someone or something specific or unique. For example, the moon, the world, the sun, the atmosphere, the rain, the south, the west, the north, etc. So the को यूज़ करते हुए हम इस चीज़ का ख्याल नहीं रखते कि नाउन हमारे पास सिंगुलर है, प्लूरल है, काउंटेबल है या अनकाउंटेबल है। द इन सब चीज़ों के साथ आ सकता है, लेकिन वो स्पेसिफिक और यूनिक होनी चाहिए। नाउ लेट्स रीड डैश एप्पल, एन एप्पल, बिकॉज ए इज अ वोवल लेटर, सो वी विल यूज एन बिफोर एप्पल, एन एप्पल। नेक्स्ट, आ डंकी, आ येलो बस। D and Y both are consonant sounds, so we will use a before these nouns. Next, dash sun. Sun is a unique thing, so we will use the before this word. The sun. Dash world. World is also a specific thing, so we will use the before world. Next word is dash easy chair. So we will use here N before easy chair because E is a vowel sound. Next, dash bag. B is a consonant sound, so we will use a before this word. Dash man, M is also a consonant sound, so we will use a before man. It will become a man. Dash boiled egg, B is also a consonant sound, so we will use a before this word and it will become a boiled egg. Next, dash eggs, and a is a consonant sound, so we will add n before this word. Next, dash onion, O is vowel letter, so we will add n before this word. Part 4. Put the words in the correct order to make meaningful sentences. Now these sentences are written with jumble words and we have to put these words in order to make meaningful sentences. Number 1. Pocket his, in put hand he his. अब हम इन्हीं वर्ड्स को तरतीब से लिखकर एक मीनिंगफुल सेंटेंस बनाएंगे. And the complete and meaningful sentence will be, he put his hand in his pocket. Next, boy, you foolish are. Now this sentence will be written like, you are a foolish boy. And the last is, string, have, should, you tied it to. And the complete and meaningful sentence will be, you should have tied it to a string. Now come to the page number 50. Part 5. Make suitable questions for these answers. Now we have to make questions for these answers. अब हमारे पास आंसर्स दिए गए हैं और इन्हीं सेंटेंसेस के या इन्हीं आंसर्स के हमने क्वेश्चंस बनाने हैं. And the first answer is, all right, you can take it. And the question for this sentence can be, may I take this? And it will become, may I take this? And the answer will become, all right, you can take it. Answer number 2 is, it is the butter, mother. And question for this sentence can be, what is that yellow stuff on your head? And the last answer is, that's what you told me to do. And the question for this answer will be, why did you put it in your pocket? Who told you to put it in your pocket? Now we will move towards its workbook, and this is New Oxford Modern English Workbook for Class 2. Come to the page number 31. Part A, adjectives and comparing. This man is tall, but the boy is short. So what are adjectives? Adjectives are actually describing words. Write one sentence about each picture. Use the word but in each sentence and the correct words from the box on the next page. अब जो प्रीवियस पेज और इस पेज पे पिक्चर्स दी गई हैं, हम उनके बारे में सेंटेंसेस बनाएंगे by using but. Number 1 sentence is about tree and a bush. And the sentence will be, the tree is tall but the bush is short. The tree is tall but the bush is short. Number 2, second picture is about man and woman. And the sentence will be, the man is fat but the woman is thin. The man is fat but the woman is thin. Fat का मतलब होता है मोटा और thin का मतलब होता है दुबला. Next, number 3 sentence is about elephant and rat. The elephant is big but the rat is small. The elephant is big but the rat is small. Big मतलब बड़ा और small छोटा. Number 4 sentence is about cart and car. The cart is slow but the car is fast. Slow मतलब आहिस्ता और fast तेज. Number 5th sentence is about bus and truck. The bus is empty but the truck is full. And the last sentence is about shirt and skirt. The shirt is old but the skirt is new. As you have seen here that we use but while comparing two different things. Part 3. Fill in the blanks. Here, first degree of adjectives are given and we will write second degree of adjectives in the given blanks. A, great, and the second degree will be greater, great, greater. Number B, young, younger, young, younger. Number C, hard, harder, hard, harder. यानी सख्त और सख्त तर. D, smooth, smoother, smooth, smoother. Short, number E, short, shorter, short, shorter. F, near, nearer, near, nearer. G, careful, more careful, careful, more careful. Honest, more honest, honest, more honest. Part 4. Write two sentences about each picture. One has been done for you. So again we have some pictures and we have to write two sentences about each picture on page number 34. हमारे पास यहाँ पे कुछ पिक्चर्स दी गई हैं और हमें हर एक पिक्चर के बारे में टू सेंटेंसेस लिखने हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे. सो कम टू द पेज नंबर 34. पेज नंबर 34 पे भी पिक्चर्स के साथ कुछ वर्ड्स लिखे गए हैं जैसे हैवी, फास्ट, शॉर्ट एंड डर्टी. नाउ वी हैव टू मेक सेंटेंसेस बाय यूजिंग दीज वर्ड्स. फर्स्ट सेंटेंस हैज़ बीन रिटन फॉर यू. नंबर ए, the house is small but the heart is smaller. The heart is smaller than the house. Here you can see we are using second degree of adjectives while comparing two different things. जैसे कि हमने पेज नंबर 33 पर कुछ डिग्रीज ऑफ एडजेक्टिव्स पढ़ी थी और अब हम सेकेंड डिग्री ऑफ एडजेक्टिव ही यूज़ करेंगे while comparing two different things. तो हम टू डिफरेंट चीज़ों को कंपेयर करने के लिए हमेशा सेकेंड डिग्री ऑफ एडजेक्टिव यूज़ करते हैं. नाउ लेट्स रीड दीज सेंटेंसेस. नंबर बी, द टाइगर इज़ बिग बट द एलिफेंट इज़ बिगर. द टाइगर इज़ बिग बट द एलिफेंट इज़ बिगर. द एलिफेंट इज़ बिगर देन द टाइगर. द एलिफेंट इज़ बिगर देन द टाइगर. नंबर सी, the box is heavier than the book. The box is heavier than the book. The book is heavy but the box is heavier. The book is heavy but the box is heavier. Number D, the plane is faster than the car. The plane is faster than the car. The car is fast but the plane is faster. The car is fast but the plane is faster. Number E, the pencil is short but the crayon is shorter. The pencil is short but the crayon is shorter. The crayon is shorter than the pencil. The crayon is shorter than the pencil. And the last is F, the shirt is dirty but the skirt is dirtier. The shirt is dirty but the skirt is dirtier. The skirt is dirtier than the shirt. The skirt is dirtier than the shirt. जैसा कि आपने इन तमाम सेंटेंसेस में देखा कि हमने दो डिफरेंट चीज़ों को कंपेयर करने के लिए देन का यूज़ किया और हमेशा हम देन के साथ सेकेंड डिग्री ऑफ एडजेक्टिव यूज़ करते हैं दो मुख्तलिफ चीज़ों को कंपेयर करने के लिए. कंपेयर मतलब मवाजना करने के लिए. That's it for today's class. I hope the lesson was very interesting and you have completely understood it. See you soon inshallah. Allah Hafiz. Take care.